All praises, all honor, all glory, even to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word, in all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. Now this video is going into this nutcase here, okay, who wants to justify, the acts of Sodom, okay, telling people that, what happened to Sodom was more than just because of homosexuality, okay, or we're missing a reason, or we're looking past the true point, right? These pastors that have took the bag will make you, they'll try to make you believe anything that comes out their mouth, man. They try to justify anything, okay? And we already know what the scriptures say about these individuals, man. So here it is. He's talking about, you have to go exactly watch it, man. There's so much inside of this that, many brothers could make a video off of this, man. But let me get some real quick here. Because this is exactly what's going on with this individual, man. He's taking that bag, all right? Scriptures clearly tell you that. Suck you. That's something in my eye. Scriptures clearly tell you that, Sirach chapter 20 and verse 29, presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove, right? So this man has taken the gift, he's taken the bag, and he's not proclaiming what the Lord has said in the Bible, okay? Where do you get off thinking that you can change what the Lord means, or change the scenario, or try to add something in there, okay? And that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to add in to justify your sermon, your speech, whatever, Where'd you affirm that at, man? That ain't right. The scriptures clearly tell you and point out about those acts, about doing those things which was done in Sodom, the happy peoples, okay? And the 3 cities round about, all right? So where do you get off trying to justify those type of acts, okay? You can't. That's like, Lord said, sucking, what the fuck is in my eyeball? If the Lord said, don't go over here, he meant don't go over there. Don't try to justify it in your mind to say, or find your own reason to say, but I had to go over there, right? You know what I mean? Like the Sabbath is coming in, right? If the Sabbath is coming in, right? Or Salakia, the Sabbath just left. But you're saying to yourself, you're burning, You're burning inside. You're saying, yo, man, I got, man, this chick keep calling me, man. See, but this Sabbath is coming in, eh? Then you know that, hey, this Sabbath is coming in. I ain't supposed to have no sex, right? But you find an excuse, some kind of excuse to say, you know what, man? Man, the chick called me on the Sabbath, man. She called me on, It's just about an hour in. It's about 2 hours in, Just like I said, a wicked man would find it an excuse. And this is how, this preacher is coming about, He's coming in that action, okay? Finding any excuse to justify what he's saying. Like I said, the Shabbat is coming in, right? So, okay, let me turn this off. But, you know, you saying, oh, this girl, man, she's going back to Texas, you know? She really digs me, you know? Man, you know? And then you say, oh, it's only 2 hours in, 3 hours in. Man, I'm going to slew that, man. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. And and sundown hits, that's it. That's it, But anyways, Sirach chapter 32 and verse 17 is, sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. Okay? So he's trying to justify this when the scriptures clearly tell you not to do those type of actions, right? But here it is, what he's saying, yeah, go ahead. This pastor probably is the same one that would say, it's not what you put into your mouth, right? It's not what you put into your mouth what will come out. How you speaking, how you delegating. You know how these people are, man. Let's get to the scriptures. Deuteronomy. So you want to go against that power, okay? You want to go against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I don't think you should do that. Deuteronomy 5 and 6, chapter 5 and 6. I am Yahweh thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Right. So the Lord's saying you shouldn't have no other powers before him. Okay. Thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself on to them, nor serve them. For I Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So going into this, the Lord said that what? He is a jealous power. Okay? The Lord never told you put away my words. Okay? Don't do them. Just do what you want. Follow some things. It'll be all right. He gave us a prescription. He gave us a way. He gave us his commandments, his laws, statutes, and commandments. All right? And he did not deal so with any of these other nations. And when you go into here, verse 8, it says, what nations are so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous, Deuteronomy 4 and 8, as all this law, Salakia, which I set before you this day. Okay? So, this is only given unto us. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is a jealous power. He don't want you doing as the heathens do. He don't want you serving these other gods. He don't want you participating in the actions in which these people did do. Okay? Let's go into that real quick. Deuteronomy. I want to start straight to the point. Straight to the point. Deuteronomy 12 and 29. When Yahweh thy power shall cut off the nations from before thee, whither thou goest to possess them, and thou succeedest them, and dwellest in their land, take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them, after that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so I will do likewise. Okay? So the Lord is saying, don't go after their gods. Don't go after their doings, because, you know, a lot of their gods had that involvement. Okay? Man burning with man, woman burning with woman. You get what I'm trying to say? Happiness with each other, you know? That burning lust one to each other. So the Lord is telling you, yo, don't go after their gods, man. Because a lot of abominations and a lot of wickedness, which that is an abomination, wickedness, right? That's an abomination unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So he's telling you, within the scriptures, his words, do not go after that. Do not go seeking after that. Do not go following after that. Okay? Because I will destroy you for those abominations. It's a trespass. It's an iniquity. Okay? Because once you do it, you're going to do it over and over and over. Which sin upon sin. Sin is transgression of the law. And sin upon sin is iniquity. So even in Romans, which the brother did read, chapter 1, it speaks about that. And it also speaks about, you know, them worshiping the creature more than the creator. And this is what we're seeing with this guy's speech. Okay? Verse 31, thou shalt not do so unto Yahweh thy power, every abomination to Yahweh, which he hateth, have they done unto their gods. For even their sons and daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods. Okay? So, Lord is telling you, stay the fuck away from these people, man. They did all those abominations unto their gods, serving their gods, right? And don't do likewise unto me. I'm a just power. I gave you a way. I showed you a way to serve me. Okay? That's what Yahweh was saying. And on top of that, you're supposed to speak with the Lord's words, man. You're not supposed to just put whatever you want in there. Glaze it over. Okay? Give the people falsehood. That's what you're doing. False pastor. Jeremiah chapter 23. Okay? Verse 1. You're a false pastor. Okay? You're making the people to err through your message. Okay? Your message of falsehood. Romans 1 and 23. And change the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and Salakia, that was in the scripture. Verse 25, Salakia, Romans 1 and 25, who changed the truth of God into, that's why, right there, changed the glory, who changed the truth. My mind got, But anyways, back to verse 25, who changed, Romans 1 and 25, who changed the truth of God into a lie. And see, who changed the truth of God into a lie. And that's what's coming out this motherfucker's mouth. Lies, all right? Because he's supposed to be speaking with the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And when you go into this same chapter here, Romans, it tells you about that. Also in Leviticus, which I think we're going to get that, okay? So it's telling you within this chapter here, Romans, okay, not to go after those ways also, okay? But here it is. You got Jake out there finding any excuse to, follow the ways of the wicked, okay? So going back into this, who changed the truth of God into a lie. and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Okay, so these people, they got more self-worship, okay, man worship, okay, doing to please the people. You understand? That's what they got on them, okay? They got that type of thinking on their mind that, you know what, your brother, your sister, or, you know, these people are funny people, you know? So they feel a way by bringing a message of what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has said. You know, if this was the ancient day, you'd be put to death, man. You ain't supposed to be doing things like that. It's even going into verse 32, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Okay? Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Okay? I mean, how much more deep you gotta go? The Lord's telling you don't do this. Stay away from these actions. I'm a jealous power. Okay? Listen what I gotta tell you. But here it is, you got the pastor lying to the people, telling them that you know, don't worry about that, you know, you good. Colossians, I think that's, tells you no effeminate, you know, unfaithful. But at the same time, they ain't going, you won't go into the kingdom like that, man. You gotta be cleaned up. And that's what that nuclear bath is there for, all right? For all you people who want to follow after these idiots, these liars, these fools, okay? Slick with their words. Because the people require those smooth things, right? And all for that bag, that 501c3, that bag, that money, you know? These people say all this type of shit to bring in the bag, to bring in the heavy bags, man, the congregation money, right? At the end of the day, it's not about Yahweh, about Shem Yahushua, it's about money, man. That's exactly what these people are doing, okay? It's not about the Lord at the end of the day for them. For us, yes it is. We sincerely serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But for them, they don't care. It's all a game to them. They don't really believe, okay? Leviticus, straight to the point, Leviticus 20 and 23. Ye shall not walk in the manners of the nations, of the nation which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. Right? They committed all those wicked acts, man. And the Lord don't like that type of act. All right? That's why he, you know, is telling you, I gave you law, statutes, and commandments. They have not dealt so with any one of these other nations, man. And they do all this wickedness unto their gods. This is why the Lord said, I'm a jealous power. Don't be doing that shit. Okay? Don't be thinking that I'm going to be satisfied with you doing that type of nonsense. That type of ratchet shit. You know? But here it is. You got Jake thinking, yeah. You know, it's all right. It's cool. The pastor done told me that it's all right. You know? God hates the sin, not the sinner. Oh, really? Sirach chapter 12 and verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners. See that? And will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and he keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Right, the Lord know how to reserve the wicked to the day of wrath, man. To the day of judgment. To the day of destruction. Okay? But all them want to talk about God hateth the sin. He hates the sin, not the sinner. We just read it right there, man. What are you going to say about that? How are you going to twist that around? God damn. That's why the Lord said mingling amongst these people was not good judgment for you, man. And this is why we got destroyed, because this is why we got our face dragged through the mud. This is why when we refused the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we got put through hell. We went after these other nations, after their gods. Psalms 106. Suck, yeah. 34. Yeah, 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom Yahweh commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen, and learned their works, and served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. Okay? So, you can get it right now. Okay? You can understand it right now. The Lord was very pissed off with us, very wroth with us. Because here it is, I give you a way to work on a job site. And I say, hey, man, I want it done this way, and this way. And when I come back, first of all, nothing is done the way I wanted it. Second of all, you're doing some odd shit over there and there in places I told you not, I didn't even bid you to go or tell you to go over there. But you did it on your own, right? You said, fuck it, I'm going to just build this guy a cabinet. I didn't want no cabinet, I'm going to just build this guy a whole new kitchen countertop, everything. That wasn't the MO. That wasn't the job, man. So this is why the Lord is pissed with us, because he gave us a job to do, and we damn near skipped bail, Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because he moved God to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies. For he provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to God. Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up. Ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. Right? So the Lord was upset with us, very mad, hell-bent, pissed off. This is why we went into captivity, all right? Because the Lord gave us away. In Deuteronomy, it tells you, the blessings and the curses. And it says if you step away from, doing this, you're going to receive the curses. And we received the curses, okay? Everything would have been fine and dandy if we walked down the right road. But we didn't. We did a big detour, okay? And it was written that way, all right? So, yeah, going back into what this guy's saying, he's crazy. Baruch 4 and 4, O Israel, happy are we for the things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us. You think that's pleasing to the Most High? Men having that affection with each other? Tells us in Leviticus that you ain't supposed to do that. You're supposed to be put to death, man. So that pleases the Most High? That you sin, go off and should have to die? That doesn't please the Most High. Not one bit. This is why, the Lord is very very wroth with 2/3, man. And we ourselves, we gotta still continue to do this work. Okay? We gotta still continue to do this work. And if we don't continue to do this work, we're on that list. Practically, we still on that list until, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai come and return and save the elect. And Lord willing, we be of that number. Because all our righteousness is counted as filthy rags, right? And you're not perfect. You're in this body. You're in this sinful flesh, man. You go off. Romans chapter 7 and 24, right? Oh, wretched man that I am. But the point is to try. To do what the Lord, try to do what the Lord said to do, man. With all thy might, with all thy strength. Judges 5 and 11. Rehearse the righteous acts. On to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. The Lord said that He'll give us pastors that shall feed you according to His mind, right? According to His heart, according to His mind. So what's the problem here, man? Ezekiel 3 and 4 says, speak to them with my words, man. With my words. So there's no room and breaks in there to change it up or to try and switch up the meaning or anything like that. No, it's the Lord's words, man. Anyways, 2 Kings 21, chapter 21 and verse 9. But they hearkened not, and Manasseh seduced them to do more evil than did the nations whom Yahweh destroyed before the children of Israel. Okay? So this man seduced them to do more worse, do more wicked. And you think that was well-pleasing unto the Lord? No, it wasn't. Going back to Baruch 4 and 4, happy Israel, or O Israel. How happy, roughly phrasing, how happy is it for us to know the things that are pleasing on to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? Why? Because it wasn't given to these other nations. One, salvation could be found within it, right? And much more, man. So, shock here. So, this is something the Lord is well upset with, man. He is very upset with it. It's not well pleasing unto Him that you should commit acts like that. And then it's not well pleasing unto Him that a motherfucker should step up there in the name of the Lord, right? With the Bible in his hand, right? And start spewing lies to the people. Proverbs chapter 5 clearly tells you how the Lord feels about lies. A lying tongue. Okay? So, this pastor, he better clean up his act. Okay? And like I said, say what? He's trying to find any god darn excuse, any damn excuse, man. To pull this shit off, man. And we know this is all about the money. All about that bag. So with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word. And all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified. Matthew chapter 24 and 13 to you all. Wah abad babal. Shalom, Lord willing, to the next time.